What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to what could be a monumental night in the history of football and our football club. Confused as to what I'm talking about? Well, I'm going to fill you in on why I really think that Kylian Mbappe could indeed become a Liverpool FC player in the summer. I'm also going to take you through the latest on Liverpool's proposed deal for Andre, which looks like it's fallen by the wayside. We're going to be talking a little bit about who's available for the game against Toulouse tomorrow. But as always, we do want to know your thoughts. Let us know in the comment section. Drop a like on the video if you enjoy it. But most of all, please do hit that subscribe button. So if you're watching this video and you're a minute or 30 seconds into it and you already want to start writing that, Craig, you're delusional, hear me out. And if you still think I'm delusional, okay, we can come to that conclusion together. But I'm going to give you my thinking and my thought processes behind why I think that monumental move for Kylian Mbappe could indeed be possible. But before I get stuck into that, I just want to talk about Andre because a lot has happened over the last 24 or 48 hours. So initially we'd heard the reports that Liverpool, along with other clubs, had sent representatives over to watch Andre play in the Copa Libertadores final at the Maracanã between Fluminense and Boca Juniors, a game which, of course, we know Fluminense won to lift the Copa Libertadores for the first time. So Liverpool sent representatives over. So you're thinking, okay, must be still on track for January. We need a defensive midfielder. That's clearly evident because, well, we don't really have one and Alexis has been shoehorned into that position. But then yesterday we seen a few bits and pieces that suggested that maybe Liverpool aren't the front runners. Maybe Fulham or other clubs have stolen a march, or perhaps Liverpool have feigned and lost interest. Well, it seems like we do have eggs in other baskets, and David Lynch came out with his opinion that Liverpool were not looking to recruit a number 6 in this window. And then today we'd seen Ian Doyle of the Echo put out this. He said Liverpool are keen not to block the path of Stefan Bajcetic once the Spaniard returns from long-term injury. Club sources suggest there is at present no desire to recruit a number 6 in the new year. Now, I have to say, when I first heard this, my first instinct was lies, lies, and more damned lies. But let's take it at face value for a second. So if the club are trying to tell us that they're not going to go out there and sign the number 6 because they don't want to block the pathway through for young Stefan Bajcetic, on the face of that, I'm okay. I love the idea of Bajcetic. I think he's a great player, and I've got high hopes from him. But what doesn't make sense to me is why did you put in a £115 million bid for Moise Caicedo if you didn't want to block the pathway through for Stefan Bajcetic? We can perhaps understand bringing in a 30-year-old Endo or Wataru Endo was not blocking the pathway because he's at the opposite end of his career. But Caicedo was 21 or 22 years of age. So how am I, with a logical, rational brain, try to accept that Liverpool don't want to block a pathway through, which is why we're not going to sign Andre Trinidad, but we were quite happy to spend £115 million on Caicedo before he chose to go to Chelsea. So something smells iffy about all of this to me, my friends, and I'm going to try and tie it all together in the Kylian Mbappe story. So hear me out on the Mbappe stuff, but of course we do want to know your thoughts on the Bajcetic and no Andre or no number 6 in January. So let us know in the comment section. But on Mbappe, the reason why I'm bringing this to you is Madrid Zone, a very prominent Madrid fan account, and other outlets in Spain, Carousel being one of them, a Spanish TV show, have said, breaking news, Real Madrid have decided they will not, in capital letters, sign Kylian Mbappe next summer. It is over. So here's my thinking. And again, sometimes I put 2 and 2 together and come up with 7. But hear me out. So we had a pot of money that we were going to spend for Caicedo. We haven't spent it. We're now talking about Stefan Bajcetic being able to step up and become the number 6 along with Wataru Endo and maybe Ryan Gravenberch, Alexis McAllister, all fitting in to make sure we have a number 6. So if we take that at face value for a second, and then we look at the Mohamed Salah situation, the likelihood is Mohamed Salah is going to move on in the summer. Liverpool at this moment in time, and I've not heard of any, have shown no indication to extend Mohamed Salah's contract. So one of two things has to happen. Either Mohamed Salah leaves for free in a year's time, or Liverpool sell him in the summer to, let's say, Saudi Arabia for a fee of, I'm going to go with 100 million quid. So how does this tie into Kylian Mbappe? Well, for me, I've looked at it like this. If we had a pot of money for Caicedo and we're not going to use that, and we've brought in Endo and we've got Bajcetic, there's still money available. Kylian Mbappe is not going to cost Liverpool a transfer fee. So if we sold Mohamed Salah for £100 million And remember, Rami Abbas Issa, his representative, his solicitor and his friend, said that Mohamed Salah is making about £1 million a week. So let's take for a second the fact that Liverpool can afford to give somebody £1 million a week. Now, I'm not suggesting that Liverpool are paying Mohamed Salah a salary of £1 million a week, but let's say his base salary, goal bonuses, assists, image rights, and a couple of other things. Whatever they are, Liverpool are able to give somebody a package of £1 million a week. So then we still have the 100 million that we've got for Mohamed Salah, the ability to give his wage to, let's say, Kylian Mbappe, and then use that 100 million to pay off the rest of Mbappe's contract, to double it up to, let's say, give him £1.5 million a week. It becomes feasible, and the only reason it becomes feasible is because of two things. One, Real Madrid stepping away. If Real Madrid wanted him, I firmly believe he ends up at Real Madrid. I've always said that about Mbappe's situation. But if Madrid don't want him, and if we take this at face value, where's he going to go? Somebody is going to have to sign him. Barca don't have the money. Manchester United are a mess at the minute. Manchester City don't really need him and have other players in those positions. Newcastle, could he really go there? Well, financially, perhaps, if Saudi Arabia decide they want to make a splash, but is it a project that he thinks he can win a Ballon d'Or or other things like that? Probably not. Chelsea are a candidate, but I would suggest that if Liverpool want them, with the hard work we've put in, and remember, it's been widely documented that Liverpool have kept in contact with Mbappe's representatives and his family over a 6-year period. I've told you guys before that John Dubley Henry is believed to have flown Kylian Mbappe and his representatives or his family around France before he signed from Monaco for PSG. So we know the interest is there. Now think of it another way. He's a Nike athlete. Are they going to want him to go and play in an Adidas shirt for Chelsea or Madrid? Probably not. So let's keep him in the Nike family. Keep him at Liverpool. It starts to become plausible. It starts to become possible. And it could be a right time, right place. We lose Mohamed Salah. Nobody wants to lose Mo, but it looks like it's going to happen. We have a pool of money there for Mohamed Salah's sale. We have Bendo coming through. Cade Gordon coming through. So we've got young options. And then we get to bring in Kylian Mbappe. And you've a front line of Mbappe, Nunez and Diaz. So, again, I say, this is entirely possible. It isn't a guarantee. But I hope I've at least painted you a picture over why Liverpool could move for Kylian Mbappe. Again, a lot of things would have to fall into place. But these often have to with football deals. And if we take it for granted that Mo is going to move on, then we have to find the replacement. And I put it to you, my good people, that with Mbappe's mum being a self-professed Liverpool fan, with him being a Nike athlete, with Liverpool being a Nike club, with Real Madrid have stepping away, with Italian football not having the finances to put a deal in place, and with him not really being ready to move to Saudi yet. I can see no situation where Kylian Mbappe runs off to Saudi, because he will want a Ballon d'Or. So put all those things together, look at Liverpool as a stable club who will be back in the Champions League with a great coach, a young, hungry midfield, and I think that Kylian Mbappe could possibly sign for Liverpool Football Club. So that's my take on it. I've more news to get through, by the way, before we finish this video, but I want to know your thoughts. Do let me know, because I'm aware first instincts are always going to be, shut up, you twat, stop talking nonsense. But I'm telling you, sometimes right time, right place, and these jigsaw pieces are all starting to fall into the right areas. And somebody has to sign him, and it will be on a free contract, albeit, of course, with a massive signing on bonus and huge wages. So let's wait and see what happens over the next few months. But just imagine for 1 second it does happen. Just think about the impact it would have on our club. The profile of the club will be raised instantaneously. Nike will be over the moon. We'll be selling loads of shirts. Of course, Liverpool get a cut from shirt sales. You know, allow a man to dream. That's all I'm saying. So a little bit of an update ahead of our game against Toulouse tomorrow. Ryan Gravenberch and Curtis Jones have not travelled to Toulouse. They will miss out on the trip. And I believe Virgil van Dijk will also miss out. So we can forget about those three being included in the squad. So that's just a bit of an update on that one. With regards to Curtis Jones, obviously it's the it's the fitness issue that he had, and they're saying same for Ryan Gravenberch, although there's no detail given here, and that came from Jack Lusby, so full credit to Jack. Last bit before I finish up is just a quick one from David Ornstein. He said Premier League clubs vote on banning loans between associated party for January window. If approved, potential deals like Ruben Neves' move from Al Hilal to Newcastle will be blocked. It's a temporary measure until a long-term solution could be agreed. So again, that comes in from David Ornstein and The Athletic. I'm sure there will be a full piece on that on The Athletic if you'd like to check it out. But it's still to be voted on. But as David Ornstein said, it looks like it's going to be a short-term solution, but one that I firmly believe makes sense. Because in no rational world would Al Hilal or any club that's in the middle of a season loan their second or third best player out to another club for the good of their heart. It just doesn't happen in football. It would have to be because of nefarious reasons, or as I like to call them, shenanigans. So, my friends, that is it from me today, but we will be live tomorrow for the watch-along of the Liverpool game against Toulouse over in France. We will be starting from 4:45 p.m. right here. If you're watching this early, I will be over from 7:30 tonight on Wednesday on Top of the League to do a watch-along of Copenhagen versus Manchester United. I hope you can join me for that. You will find a link for Top of the League in the description of this video, or you can scan the QR code on the screen. Much love, my friends. You're allowed to dream. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Much love. Bye-bye.